Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here once again. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's been a little while. I've done a video in over a month or so, going on two. Had a good reason. One, I'm using a brand new phone because the phone I was really previously using, unfortunately, got destroyed. What happened was I went to Animal Kingdom with my family, and it rained. And it rained like a hurricane was coming, kind of rain. And unfortunately, I didn't zip up my bag up all the way, and so just enough water got inside, and then I kind of dropped it a few times. So it was like some cracks all over the phone, so it got into the cracks, and then, of course, it just messed up the screen. So thankfully my phone was insured. I got a temporary phone. I didn't want to upload videos with that phone because it was a Moto phone, and I don't know how Moto works and whether or not it can upload videos to YouTube or not, and I didn't want to film something only to find out it doesn't. It probably does, but I don't want to risk it or figure it out, especially when I use the phone I'm using right now, which I know can upload to YouTube and I know how to work it. Thankfully, I didn't wait too long to eventually got the phone. I had to add it to the added the Metro to activate it and whatnot. Plus, I got sick. Family members got sick. Some personal problems suddenly popped up. Work keeping me busy. So, I guess the fact that, we got because I work for the Mouse, and I got the Halloween parties and Christmas parties just around the corner. So, that's keeping me busy. So, overall, again, that's why I've been gone for so long. Phone being broken, some personal problems, health issues, and ultimately work keeping me busy, especially now with the Halloween and Christmas parties is coming on in. So, again, I apologize. So, today, the explanation aside, we're doing a RTB podcast. For those who are new to my channel, wondering what the hell that is. So, an RTB podcast is basically just me doing a long video. I'll just talk about several things that happened that happened while I was gone. So I know a lot happened while I was gone. So a lot to talk about. I even wrote it down, all the things that I want to talk about that happened, and overall give you my thoughts and what I think about the products that are been announced. So let's get the big one out of the way. The obvious one, the one that when it was announced that the internet was talking about the entire day, the internet was talking about it. So the point I was even doing memes about it between certain characters, and that is the Marvel vs. Capcom collection has been announced. And funny enough, it was announced on Nintendo June of Nintendo Direct, and it was probably the best Nintendo Direct by far. I was like, the rest of the Direct can suck. After that, this announcement alone has nothing but just beyond satisfy me. But that's not even the best part. It gets better. So not only we're getting Marvel vs. Capcom, we're getting the Mario and Luigi Brothership, which is coming out November 7th of 2024. Alpha Dream, yep, that's right, Alpha Dream, who last I talked about him on this channel, unfortunately was experiencing bankruptcy and was going out of business because the Bowser's Inside Story remake only sold 11,000 copies. I could be wrong, but I know it was around that 10 to 11,000 between 10 to 11,000 copies sold. That's not good at all. That would kill any company. Thankfully, Nintendo saw the talent in that group, did some homework, and found that the original team that was doing these RPG series have been brought on to do the newest one, the newest Mario and Luigi series with the Brothership. And obviously, since it's on the Switch, it means more power. It's the best. It's not only the best looking, probably the best in terms of gameplay and not only of looks, but also of gameplay and whatnot. And no limitations. You can just go all out and really use the the full Aqua Dream, development. Shows their true skills, their potential. Really push the series into something truly amazing, and I'm very excited about that. As far as going back to Marvel vs. Capcom, real quick, thank God, thank you, Maximilian, dude, for like bringing attention to it, because back in I think mid '08 they re-released it. Then when the license expired, you couldn't get access to it since unless you bought it, and it was just rough. And sure, there's we have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, thank God, to play at least. But of course, we got Infinite, which didn't do too well. I mean, it wasn't the worst fighting game in the world, but it's definitely the weakest in the franchise, bar none. And for a while, we thought we're never gonna get another one. But then, thankfully, thanks million, dude who's mainly focused on fighting games on this channel, was really like #free Marvel vs. Capcom, and I believe because of him, though he says he denies that he didn't play a big part, which I doubt it does, 1 million plus subscribers and a huge fan base. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt he didn't play a part. Maybe not the only part, but I'm sure he played a part that was big enough for like Disney and Capcom to come together to make this thing happen. But thankfully, Disney and Capcom knows about the excitement of the series, and just like with the Mass Effect collection, if sold well and does well, they will make more. So I'm planning to buy it when it comes out. I'm sure you are as well, and you doing that will guarantee a true Marvel vs. Capcom 4, because Infinite does not count. I don't care what anyone says. But still, I'm very excited about that, and just the online play, and it has like, not only that, it has Marvel vs. Capcom, the original one, also all the X-Men one, the X-Men ones, and X-Men vs. Street Fighter, and amongst many others that I never had a chance to play before. So I'm very, very excited. Plus, the weird one in the bunch, though, is the Punisher game, which is the beat 'em up, which is okay. I get it. They probably had to fill that 7-game quota, and they was like, okay, what's the last one we should put? We did this in this Marvel, so bam, boom, bam, done. I guess we go home happy. It's random, it's weird, but I played it on emulation and decided there's a way to play it. Now I can play it legally. It was fun, so it's a nice added bonus, in my opinion. Of course, we all will be playing the Marvel vs. Capcom and X-Men Street Fighter games, or X-Men Children Model games, fighting games. We'll be focusing more on that than Punisher beat 'em up game, but still, yeah, that considered a nice bonus, and just can't wait till it comes out. There's no, as of the time of this recording, there's no release date. I'm hoping we get a release date, or it's going to come out in August, because seriously, I think that since June was announced, nothing in July. For the love of God, please let it be in August or sometime soon. Please. I'm dying to play Marvel vs. Capcom and really take my skills online. Seriously. All right. And just when the Direct couldn't get any better, besides Marvel vs. Capcom and Brothership being a thing, Nintendo is like, oh, we got one more thing. It is Metroid Prime freaking 4. It's going to come out sometime in 2025. It's happening. It's a thing. It didn't get canceled. It's the real deal, Holyfield. And yes, based on what I saw from the gameplay, looks phenomenal. I can't wait. Metroid fans. I mean, even though, I should say, Marvel vs. Capcom did dominate the conversation on Twitter in terms of like what people were talking about. But there was some mentions of Metroid Prime there as well. Though in comparison, it was more, like I would say, 90% Marvel vs. Capcom and 10% Prime 4. But still, it was mentioned, and people are excited. I am too. Can't wait. I know there'll be a banger. Speaking of bangers that look just great, I've seen the trailer for the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake that's coming out on November 14th of 2024. Wow, it's just So maybe they're like, you know what? They was like, let's build off. You know what? Let's build off of Octopath Traveler and just push it to the next level. And that's what they did with this game. It looks downright amazing, gorgeous, a little bit like a ton of fun, and I can't wait to experience this game. It comes on November 14th. I honestly can't wait to play it, especially considering it's one of the last games that Akira Toriyama was working on before he sadly passed away. God rest his soul. You know, he's the creator of Dragon Ball Z, and also Dr. Slump, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, of course. He did the artwork for the Dragon Quest games. Just in case you're wondering, wow, this Dragon Quest art is beautiful, but also looks very familiar. That's why. Same guy. So, God rest his soul. He unfortunately passed away earlier this year. So, yeah, he was working on these games before he died. So, I'm sure they're going to mention in honor of Akira Toriyama, whether at the beginning or the end, but still, I think it's fantastic that, you know, at least, you know, he went out, he died doing what he loved, making beautiful, beautiful things. And speaking of beautiful things and kind of unexpected, is this SVC chaos of SNK versus Capcom. So it's a fighting game between SNK and Capcom, like I just said. And it just like, hey, Capcom's like, I guess as an appetizer before we officially announced versus Capcom, we're releasing this, bam, and it's a fun game. Though, if I have one criticism, and I know a quick update could fix this, so it's not like the biggest issue in the world, but seriously, Capcom and or SNK, whoever's involved in this game of this recent release, when in arcade mode, can you please make it to where you have unlimited tries and not 3-4 tries before you get a game over and have to start all over again? That's right. So if you're doing arcade mode, you try to get the trophies and or Steam achievements. I got some bad news for you. If you lose 3-4 times, there's a chance you won't be able to continue. You have to start all over again. Especially if you get to the final boss, and he's hard, which he is. It's either Kumo or this weird red mask wearing dude. I forget his name. But if you lose to them 3-4 times in a row, you have to start all over again. And I think that's harsh, and that shouldn't be a thing. So you can up it to where you could have unlimited tries. And also, while I'm at it, can you please release on the Xbox? And not only that, release Marvel vs. Capcom also on Xbox. It's coming out on PS5, Steam, and Switch, but not Xbox. I find that to be very weird because Xbox fans also love the Marvel vs. Capcom series. Also, this SNK series, SNK vs. Capcom series as well. So please, SNK/Capcom, release it on Xbox, fix that problem, and release it on Xbox. Other than that, it's a fun game. Also, Dragon Age Vanguard looks... I know there's mixed feelings about it. In my opinion, a little bit of a fun-ass game. I mean, it's something where they build off of Inquisition. I love Inquisition. And it's a fun-ass game. And I'm also looking forward to what they're going to do with Vanguard. And so I'm more excited. I found out that Matthew Mercer is voicing one of the characters. Definitely excited about that. So besides Laura Bailey, we have Matthew involved. But overall, it looks like a fun game. And I'm excited to see where it goes. Am I worried it's going to suck? Considering BioWare's recent track record? Absolutely. But I'm crossing my fingers that they pull off a miracle and display something amazing. It could suck, but it could be great. But so far it looks good, at least in my opinion. And then again, they're probably showing the best parts where the rest of the game could suck balls. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that so far so good, in my opinion. All right, and I hate to end on a sour note like this, but I need to address this to the Uvalde Texas family members that lost their children in that horrific event that happened with that crazy killer doing what he did to those children. I've heard that they're going to Uvalde, Texas families are suing the creator of the AR-15 and Call of Duty, specifically Activision's Call of Duty franchise, because of them, quote unquote, because the gun itself, the AR-15, of course, with Call of Duty encouraging violence. And to that I say this, to all the Texas family members, if you're somehow watching this, I doubt it, but if you're somehow watching this video, let me just say, you have every right to be angry, you have every right to be upset, you have every right to feel the way you're feeling right now. I'm not taking that away from you, and I can't even imagine the pain and suffering you guys are going through. I can't even fathom it. I can't even imagine losing my mom and brother and younger brother in a horrific event like that. I think it will ultimately break me. Because I think with anyone getting that infamous call of losing everyone you love to a crazy person for no reason, especially when your family members could have been saved, or at least one of them could have been saved, but due to extreme incompetence, got more people killed. I know you're upset and you want someone to blame or someone to make pay. Uvalde, Texas family members, you're going after the wrong people. The AR-15 guy, that's not his fault. He just makes the gun for people to hunt. Nor is it not Call of Duty's fault either, because they're just an action franchise for people to have fun, like I did. In fact, I just played it before recording, and I'm not in the mood to go out and shoot people. I know the difference between fantasy and reality. At the end of the day, if you want to sue somebody, sue Uvalde, Texas Police Department. They were at fault. They are what failed you. So if you're going to sue anybody, sue those fucking people. Do not, otherwise I cannot support what you're doing. Again, you have a right to be upset. You have a right to be angry. But please channel that anger and want to sue someone in the right direction. Sue the Uvalde, Texas Police Department, not the creator of the AR-15, nor Activision Blizzard's Call of Duty franchise. They had nothing to do with what happened with the tragedy that happened that day. And no, it's that shooter's fault, and it's the incompetent, and ultimately, it's the incompetence of the Uvalde, Texas, of the police for not acting fast enough when they should have. When they had when they supposed to have more and enough equipment to handle the situation, but didn't go in because they were cowards. I'm sorry. I'm calling as I see it. When you have a ballistic shield that is meant to, which is purposely built to block bullets, yet a mom who got in there to get her kids with no protection, and your response is to harass that woman, you can burn and go to hell. In fact, you should hire to teach you guys how to have the balls to go in, because you had all that equipment and you were like just fucking pussyfooting around. Meanwhile, this mom had the moral guts than any of you fuckers that are sitting around to go in and do what you guys could. Those of you those cops who are harassing her, fuck you. So, with all my might, fuck you. You're a piece of shit. And it goes without saying. It's a special place to help with fuckers like you. But that's just my opinion on that situation. Guys, what are your thoughts on the comment? What are your thoughts? Thank you for watching the video. As always, please make sure to rate, comment, subscribe. As always, Vs.Capcom Returns signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, guys. Peace out.